Morning. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. Now we look at some headlines and we begin with let's see. Okay, we'll do the Punch newspaper first this morning. And on the Punch, PDP compiles delegates list ahead of national convention. Pengasin fires back as Shetima defends Dangote. ASU mobilizes chapters for October 13 warning strike. Gbajabiamila organizes free health check for Lagos community. Aregbesola group tackles federal government over Osun local government allocations. And 2027, lawyer asks court to stop Jonathan from contesting, which is, I said this yesterday and I'll say it again. I don't know why the fuss around Jonathan. He has not even said he wants to contest. First off, let's be clear. He has not come out to say, I will be contesting he hasn't, at least none to my knowledge. People have been calling on him to enter the race. I've been urging him to enter the race. That's a whole different thing. The man has not even said. But even though, or even if he decides to, why should it be a problem? As long as he's constitutionally allowed to, why should anybody be concerned? And people are telling him he shouldn't bother, he's going to embarrass himself. He should. The other time it was Adams Oshiomhole speaking. Next, now we're having people going to court. Is it necessary? It is democracy. The constitution doesn't put a limit to how many presidential candidates or contestants or aspirants we can have in an election circle. It doesn't. So why all of these noise? It shouldn't be necessary. I think we're just making a mountain out of a handtail. Let it go and let the best man win. Whoever wants to run, let them run, and let the people vote for who they want to vote for. Just saying. On the Vanguard newspaper, this one here, the lead headline on the Vanguard newspaper says, Federal highways a horror, collapsed roads making life unbearable for travelers. Investigation. We have to let us know which side. Are you talking the Benin axis to Lagos? Which of the areas? There is the, I can't remember the popular road in the north. Why? To Plateau State. Can't remember. It's really bad as well. It was the one that the president was supposed to go visit, and then it rained and the road was flooded. Remember? This one said, Coastal Highway, Tinubu urged a safeguard diaspora investment amid Project Rao. Legal battle begins over minister's certificate. All of these are headlines you would find on the Vanguard newspaper. Quickly, the numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. You can also call us up on 0817 923 0003, or you call 0817 923 0007. We are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Again, we are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's our handle on Facebook, so you can watch and listen to us live this morning, or use the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416 and send in your WhatsApp messages. Quickly, those who went to court against Jonathan did so because they know that Nigerian court is a subsidiary of the executive. Chris Onyenweanyi. Well, first off, the judiciary is not a subsidiary of the executive. It's an independent arm of government. Okay? So let's get that one clear. Yes, you might make speculations and all of the other complaints and things we say about the judiciary, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's an independent arm of government. Jefe Tibekwe says the governor has a lot to offer to the president in order to get votes from Rivers State, which will enable the FCT minister to still secure his position as at the center. All these amount to significance of the peace talks and meetings. Stephen Ibiki says, the fired state secretary, I heard someone saying it's caused by electric vote. That's a lie. They have burned documents they wish to burn. It's simple as ABC. Well, I understand if people have these narratives and speculations around it. If people raise these kind of questions, any rational thinking person will raise these kind of questions, especially when you look at the timing. We just had the emergency rule ended. We just had the governor say, oh, they are going to punish people, blah, blah, and then you saw a fire. But the question is, did the fire even burn any document? You don't know. First. Second of all, that's a secretariat that has been said to be in a very bad state. Very bad state. They've had electrical problems at that secretariat thousands of times. And they've been trying to fix, and the problem will come again, and they will fix, and the problem. So we should also look at it from that perspective. It is possible that it was just a simple fire caused by some electric problem, which has been very regular at the secretariat in the past. Larry Spieth says, I want to believe that the fire incident has not destroyed documents and has facts to probe the involvement of PAMSEC during the Ibas reign in our state. Even if, okay, let's assume that documents were burned. You think they don't have other places of keeping records? They do. So the idea of pushing that narrative, I think, should be tampered. Yes, the statements have been made by some individuals in government about the situation. But at the end of the day, I think if we're thinking about it, we should look at it from both sides. All right. As much as we understand why everybody would rush and be quick to say, oh, they are trying to destroy evidence, that narrative will be very quick to sell. Many people would say that first. True. But again, remember that this is a secretariat that has always had issues with its structure. The electrical part of it especially had been a big problem in the past. So come on, guys. God's will, Pension Board Office, the office of the permanent who should be investigated. I'm not getting what you're saying there. God's will. That's not clear. Obioma Noble says, why would the fire come now? That reverse this instead of exactly my point. I just said that this is why many people would begin to make the speculations they are making. All right. Another one. Fidelis Elemonwa says the APC is actually afraid of Jonathan. Okay, you think? They said that they are not. They keep saying they are not. Tango W says if Jonathan decides to contest for presidency, Jonathan will. Oh, Fidelis, if you can send that again. The APC is actually afraid of Jonathan. Fidelis Elemonwa. Tango W says APC-led federal government is afraid of Jonathan contesting for presidency. I was trying to give a very brief analysis yesterday. Prayer Ubom said, but why would they stop Jonathan from contesting? Is it constitutional? I was trying to give a brief analysis yesterday, and Jonathan hasn't said anything yet. So let's wait for the former president to say something on whether he would run or not. Then it gives us clear perspective as it concerns the fire. There's a voice of a permanent secretary. There's an update. Okay. I want us to listen to an update on the situation with the fire at the secretariat so that we understand better and get proper perspective.
I was in the office when they said there's a fire outbreak. So I rushed down. I don't know the exact point, and I can't tell where the fire started from. Establishment is podium block, starting from the establishment, part of the pension and establishment area. But we are fortunate to have the state fire service and federal fire service trying to see what they can do to arrest the situation.
Okay, so it's the permanent secretary that was speaking there. And again, I've said before, I understand why many people will be quick to make the conclusions they are making. It's understandable because of the timing of it. And I don't think it's anything that should cause anybody to worry, because naturally humans, we would respond in the way that many people are responding now. It's normal. It's any right thinking person would do that. So why should we just decide to conclude? I mean, I don't think except we're saying that the if at all you are going to assume that this was done by it was arson by some persons to burn evidence. If you are assuming that, except you are saying that the secretariat, they only keep information one way and there's no backup, then that's when that will make sense. Otherwise, it doesn't. That's one. Two, this secretariat has been a conversation that we've been having from when the governor came. We need to do repairs. We need to change this. We need to work. The administrator came. it was same conversation. In fact, the committee from the National Assembly came and even talked about how bad it was, that people can't work there, and some parts of it was very bad condition. We had already been here when they talked about the elevators not working because of electrical problems. All these things have been there. So I think we should just go with it when it says that there is a high chance that it's just a simple electrical problem that led to the fire, and that's it. If the governor truly wants to probe, he can still do that. The fire doesn't mean anything. Wisdom Joseph. Lorenzo Delight says, fire incident at State Secretariat. I hope it isn't what you are thinking. It is not what you are thinking. Lorenzo Delight. It is not what you are thinking. They should allow President Jonathan run if he wants to. Okay. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002, or you call 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. Tell us your name and then tell us where you're calling from quickly. Good morning, Nigeria Info. All right, we lost that call. What's happening with the phone lines? On WhatsApp, this message here says, good morning, Ifemi. I don't understand why Fire Incident Secretariat will be happening now. We need answers to what is happening in our dear state when assembly also caught fire. Was it not the same way we reacted? These things are normal. And for me, I think, honestly, government and everyone in public office or government should expect these sort of things from its citizenry. It's normal. People would respond because people are thinking. So they would want to say and express their thoughts and what they think about the situation. It's very normal. APC is afraid of Jonathan. Some are afraid to lose power and others are afraid to lose food in their mouth. My Jumbo Biobele sent in that one. Another message here says, good morning. If the fire affected if the fire affected pensions office of the finance department, responsible for non-payment of salaries and pension in the last 2 months, or any of the permanent secretaries that would be probed soon, then I should not blame anyone for suspicion. If you say if, okay, text or Igbo, well, it did not affect that area. At least, if you listen to the news this morning, you will have heard from the head of service as well, talking about the whole situation, and that would have given you a better understanding of what happened. JJ is on the line from Rumigbo. JJ, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning. Andrew, people say that the winds gather at night and a child die in the morning, and people are still asking questions what happened to that child. Andrew, in the 12 hours of the living of the sole administrator, he constituted the pension board. Remember, our own governor came and dissolved the pension board. Just yesterday, the pension office caught fire. Andrew, I hope you're thinking what I'm thinking.
Like I said, it is understandable for anyone to think that way. However, if you listen to the news, the head of service also had given a more detailed information about where was burnt and what was burnt.
When the governor have said those who have done wrong will be punished and all those put together, and some persons who are even making this attraction right now were also part of the dissolved pension board. How about that? But the bid to stop Jonathan from contesting, I think it's a way of saving whatever vote that is in the South, because by the time the Southern vote is divided and the North is united, you know the rest of the story. So for me, the coming days will be so intriguing, and no much talk for other people to come in.
All right, let's go to Rumokuta. Chima, good morning.
That's me, good morning. That's it. In as much as it is the prerogative right of the governor to probe or to worry his civil servants, I would want to say that this is returning, don't be vendetta. Let everything that has happened before, let us assume it is under administration, which is an emergency, and let him go forward, let him forge ahead to say he's going to give us a good governance in Rivers State where everybody will work in harmony and in unison. Then the aspect of Jonathan, Mr. Ifeami, I want to tell you that we have a law guiding us, and we have institutions that will not be able to contest again. So be it according to how the law will do it. Let us not begin to drag feet as in to say which person or which that person. Let the law take its course. Then in the aspect of what again do I want to say? That those people that are trying to say they don't understand the meeting that had in Rivers State concerning the FCT minister and Mr. President and Governor, it is quite unfortunate that we do not have Daniel again that will come and read the handwriting on the wall. That one is gone, and Rivers State will come back to its original state. That we have to snatch it back from those people they call the Buccaneers that want to take over our state. And let us allow our state to go in a tranquility manner that we all enjoy. My name is Chima Dike Forum Okuta.
All right, Chima, thank you very much. Amadi from America, good morning.
Good morning, my good presenter. I'm talking about the fire. Yes. Everyone should know that secretariat is old. It came during the time of DHSP.
Amadi, thank you very much.
And everything there, Nigeria lacks maintenance culture. It's not properly kept. And any time at all, electricity can set anything ablaze, whether known or unknown. This is what I'm saying. Any person that will say that somebody set that very place ablaze, I, as Amadi Ago say, I disagree. And another thing I want to say is that if Jonathan, the former president, knows himself, the best thing he should do is to relax and retain his dignity and not to come to context again. And
okay.
All those, yes.
All right, we have to move on quickly because of the time. Uche Ken from Eche, quickly, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Contrary the meeting held over the weekend by the FCT minister and Governor Sim, which they tagged uniting the large family.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's supposed not to be bringing or trading reaction. But what I want to add here is, if you want to make peace, let the peace be elaborate. Those two leaders have their supporters. You know, we are having the Simplified Women Pray for Sin. We were also having the Wikematic Women Pray for Sin. These people became an enemy to a point because their leaders were not at peace. So I am of the opinion that if the peace must be taking place, I believe supporters also should be part of the peace if you are ameliorating it. So anybody saying nothing they happen, let them go to Nalayo. It is the supporters that are causing the problem for their leaders. So that is it, by the way. Asking court to stop Jonathan from contesting election, I ask how? How, please, can somebody interpret it for me? Is it that he lacked the constitutional right to contest the election or what? I want to know. Or is it that his candidature is the fear? Please, everybody should be allowed to go to poll. Then exercise your popularity. If you fail, you go home. Let no man stop no man.
All right. Quickly, and then one last call. Lugard, few seconds. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Andrew. Greetings to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Lugard man. Andrew, FCT minister having meeting with the governor. For me, I won't say it's a good one or it's a bad one, but I want to say, enough of this meeting upon meeting. Other states are moving forward. And you look at what is happening in Abia State. Elect Oti was elected the same time our governor was elected. Why is it that FCT minister does not want allow similar Kubara?
Lugard, what did the FCT minister do now? Please. Okay, thank you. We have to go for a comment. I don't see how automatically you just... In fact, it was not even in the news. So I'm surprised how from nowhere you are hearing the FCT minister said. And with regards to the fire again, like I said, for those who missed it, go online, Facebook at Nigeria Info, nigeriainfo.fm.ph, you'd find the position of the head of service explaining the whole situation in detail, so you have an understanding of what it is. We first got certain reports that came out from the permanent secretary about the areas that the fire affected, and then you had the head of service this morning making more clarification. So I think it's only fair that you get both sides so you understand better what the situation is. And also don't forget, like many of us have already said, that secretariat is old, so anything is possible to have happened. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Good morning.
Sabbath Day Church of God Nigeria